Imagine spending more money on one product than most countries spend on entire industries. Not a skyscraper, not a Hollywood movie, not a space mission. A video game. Rockstar Games is betting billions on GTA 6. A gamble so big that rival game studios reportedly changed their own release plans just to avoid competing with it. But here's the real question. Why would one company risk so much on a single game? To understand that, we have to go back to 2013. When Grand Theft Auto V launched in September 2013, nobody expected what was about to happen. Within just 24 hours, the game generated over $800 million in sales.
The latest Grand Theft Auto is flying off the shelves, earning $800 million in just 24 hours.
Just 3 days later, it had surpassed $1 billion.
When the game made almost $1 billion in sales in just the first 24 hours.
Becoming the fastest-selling entertainment product in history. Not the fastest-selling video game, the fastest-selling entertainment product. It earned more money in 3 days than many blockbuster Hollywood films make during their entire time in cinemas. For most game studios, that would have been enough. Release the game, celebrate the success, then begin work on the next title. But Rockstar Games had a completely different plan. Instead of treating Grand Theft Auto V as a finished product, they transformed it into a living world that players never wanted to leave. A month after launch came Grand Theft Auto Online. What started as a simple multiplayer mode quickly became one of the biggest virtual economies ever created. Players could build criminal empires, buy luxury apartments, collect supercars, fly private jets, own nightclubs, run businesses, and complete massive online heists with friends. And every few months, Rockstar added something new. New missions, new vehicles, new businesses, new reasons to come back. But the real genius wasn't just keeping players entertained, it was keeping them spending. Through Shark Cards, players could purchase in-game currency using real money, allowing them to buy the newest cars, businesses, weapons, and properties without spending hours earning cash in-game. Some players never spent a penny. Others spent hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Year after year, millions of players continued logging in. The game wasn't just surviving, it was growing. Then, something almost unheard of happened. When a new generation of consoles arrived, players bought Grand Theft Auto V all over again. First on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, then on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, then again on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. More than a decade after its release, Grand Theft Auto V was still one of the best-selling games in the world. It had become far more than a video game. It had become one of the most profitable entertainment products ever created. But that success created a problem. Enormous open world designed to push modern consoles to their limits. But ambition comes at a price. Every extra year of development meant paying thousands of employees, programmers, artists, animators, writers, designers, engineers, quality assurance testers, voice actors, musicians, and countless others working behind the scenes. The longer development continued, the larger the bill became. Reports have suggested that the total cost of developing and marketing Grand Theft Auto 6 could approach $2 billion, although Rockstar Games has never officially confirmed that figure. If true, it would make Grand Theft Auto 6 one of the most expensive entertainment projects ever undertaken, not just in gaming, in all of entertainment. More expensive than many Hollywood blockbusters, more expensive than entire television franchises, more expensive than most companies will ever spend creating a single product. And that's what makes this story so extraordinary. Rockstar Games isn't just releasing another video game. They're placing one of the biggest bets the entertainment industry has ever seen. Because when you invest that much money into one product, failure is no longer an option. But if the game succeeds, it won't just change gaming. It could redefine the future of entertainment itself. Most video game releases compete for attention, but Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't compete. It dominates. Years before its release, publishers, investors, and developers around the world were already asking the same question. When is Rockstar releasing Grand Theft Auto 6? Because their own success could depend on the answer. For most studios, releasing a game is a carefully planned business decision. Millions of dollars are spent on marketing campaigns, trailers, sponsorships, and launch events. Everything is timed perfectly to maximize sales. But Grand Theft Auto 6 changed the rules. If another major game launched too close to Rockstar's release window, there was a real risk that millions of players would ignore it completely. Not because those games were bad, but because the world's attention would be focused on one title: Grand Theft Auto 6. Industry analysts and executives openly discussed the possibility that publishers would avoid launching major games near Rockstar's release. Even companies with blockbuster franchises had to consider the impact of competing with one of the biggest entertainment releases in history. Think about that for a moment. One company had so much influence that an entire industry had to consider changing its plans. That level of power is almost unheard of. We've seen it with blockbuster films, we've seen it with major technology launches, but very rarely do we see it with a single video game. And it wasn't just game studios paying attention, investors were watching. Take-Two Interactive's share price became a reflection of expectations surrounding Grand Theft Auto 6. Every rumor, every trailer, every announcement, every delay, each one had the potential to move billions of dollars in market value. Because investors weren't just betting on another game, they were betting on the future of one of the most valuable entertainment franchises ever created. By now, Grand Theft Auto 6 had become much more than a product. It had become a global business event. And that raises an even bigger question. If Rockstar Games was willing to spend billions developing it, how were they planning to make all of that money back? The answer reveals why Grand Theft Auto 6 may be one of the smartest business investments ever made. Spending billions of dollars on a single video game sounds almost impossible. But Rockstar Games isn't expecting to earn that money back by simply selling copies of Grand Theft Auto 6. In reality, buying the game is only the beginning. Every player who purchases Grand Theft Auto 6 becomes part of an ecosystem that could last for years. If history repeats itself, millions of players will eventually enter Grand Theft Auto Online, where Rockstar has the opportunity to generate revenue long after launch day. Just like Grand Theft Auto 5, players will likely purchase businesses, vehicles, properties, clothing, weapons, and countless other digital items. Some will spend nothing. Others could spend hundreds of dollars over several years. And when you multiply that by millions of players across the globe, the numbers become almost unimaginable. But the opportunity doesn't stop there. A new Grand Theft Auto Online could become one of the largest digital economies ever created. Regular content updates, seasonal events, new cities, fresh missions, exclusive vehicles, business expansions. Every update brings players back, and every returning player creates another opportunity for Rockstar to generate revenue. Then there are the sales themselves. Millions of copies are expected to be sold within days of release. Collector's editions, digital deluxe editions, console bundles, future downloadable content, potential expansions. Each one adds another stream of income. This isn't just a video game anymore. It's a platform designed to generate revenue for years, possibly even another decade. But there's another reason Rockstar Games can afford to make such a huge investment. The Grand Theft Auto name has become one of the most recognizable brands in entertainment. The moment Grand Theft Auto 6 launches, it won't just be gamers paying attention. It will dominate YouTube, social media, live streams, news headlines, and conversations around the world. That kind of exposure is almost impossible to buy. It's earned through decades of building trust, reputation, and anticipation. For Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't simply another release. It's the foundation for the next decade of business. And if everything goes according to plan, the $2 billion gamble may end up looking like a bargain, because what Rockstar Games is really trying to build isn't the biggest game ever made. They're trying to build the future of entertainment. When people look at Grand Theft Auto 6, they see a video game. But Rockstar Games sees something completely different. They see one of the biggest business opportunities in entertainment history. For decades, Hollywood dominated the entertainment industry. Blockbuster films generated billions of dollars. Streaming platforms changed the way we watch television. Social media changed how we consumed content. Now, video games are changing everything once again. Unlike a movie, which lasts 2 hours, or a television series, which ends after a few seasons, a game like Grand Theft Auto 6 can become part of someone's life for years. Players won't just watch the story. They'll live inside it. They'll build businesses, complete missions, explore cities, play with friends, and return again and again. That level of engagement is something almost no other form of entertainment can achieve. And that's exactly why Rockstar Games was willing to make such a massive investment, because they're not competing with other game studios anymore. They're competing with every form of entertainment on Earth: movies, television, streaming services, social media, even the way we spend our free time. If Grand Theft Auto 6 succeeds, it won't simply become another best-selling game. It could become one of the most successful entertainment products ever created, a game that sets new records, generates billions of dollars, and influences the future of the gaming industry for another decade. But perhaps the most remarkable part of this story isn't the money. It's the belief. The belief that one game could be so ambitious, so detailed, and so influential that an entire industry would stop and watch. Whether Grand Theft Auto 6 lives up to the hype is something only time will tell. But one thing is already certain. This isn't just the launch of another video game. It's one of the biggest gambles in entertainment history. And if Rockstar Games is right, the $2 billion gamble won't just change gaming, it could change entertainment forever. Thank you for watching The Profit Files. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to discover the hidden business stories behind the world's biggest companies, industries, and events, subscribe and join us for the next investigation.